Let's go! What? Come on, baby, what? I see you trying to go!
It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and if you don't know, the BET Awards went down this weekend in LA. And as we all know, the BET Awards is basically the unofficial nigga Grammy. You know, when niggas don't win an award at the Grammys, they say, I'll pick it up at the BET Awards. Now, we knew a lot of fuckery was going to ensue because all the rappers, all the singers, all the black actors, they were going to be out. Now, rapper Lil Durk, we know he's been beefing most recently with Tyga. Now, we know Tyga skated out the back door like a scared house cat, and he's now beefing with Compton's own The Game. Now, they ran into each other at some type of club, because we know these Negroes love popping A bottles. Now, they ran into each other, and as you guys can see by what's going on the screen, that was their confrontation. Looked like there's two dudes standing between, and they're trying to have a conversation in a club with, of course, Drizzy Drake on a soundtrack. Now, safe to say, and I'm actually glad to report, that this didn't end in violence. These two young men actually talked their problems out, or whatever the case was, communicated through someone who is a mediator. I guess he goes by the name G Weed, and they squashed the beef. Now, this is good. To see two black brothers in 2014 who do glorify a lot of fuckery actually resolve their issues without coming to violence, that's a very positive thing. Because I wouldn't want to see Lil Durk and his little homies get dragged through a LA club to the soundtrack of Drizzy Drake 0 to 100. Imagine getting your ass beat to Drake on a soundtrack. Come on. Now, it was also worth noting that they were on Game's home turf because they're in LA. And also, we all know that the scared house cat known as Tyga was nowhere to be found. He skated out the back door long time ago. He's somewhere. He was somewhere on the red carpet at the BET Awards sipping Kai tea like the Kermit the Frog meme going around on Instagram. But so it's definitely a relief to see niggas kind of wisen up and realize that, yeah, you guys could have some words on a song, on some diss songs. It's entertainment. But when we see each other, especially if the beef doesn't even stem from a real natural place, it's really one man coming to the aid of another who's too scared to handle his own battles, you don't need to fight it out and shoot it out. Because the nigga who started this, he's not doing none of that. He's getting massaged by Black China right now. So, good thing that nothing came out of it. Now, you know what? We do gotta entertain the nigga shit. We gotta entertain the fuckery because that's what people like. Now, as I said before, it's a good thing that nothing happened. However, just to entertain the fuckery, let's think about it like this. Because we know Negroes are all about counting each other's stripes, who really won on a street perspective, because that's what niggas care about. Well, I've seen niggas on social media say, well, The Game is a pussy. He wasn't off them shits. He should have karate kicked the soul out of Lil Durk for coming up in LA and confronting him in a club. I've also seen niggas say on the other side, well, we know Lil Durk wasn't about that life because he didn't want to get dragged through a LA club. You can't come to LA with your Chiraq shit and not get checked. Now, both sides make some type of point. The one thing I will say is that I'm going to give some credit to Lil Durk because all that Chiraq shit is all cool in Chiraq. You guys all carrying pistols, ammunition. We know you Negroes is carrying grenades, flash bombs. We know you niggas is carrying all types of shit. However, when you go to LA, they're not playing that shit. It's easy. Niggas have gotten dragged through clubs over there on the regular. That's a regular occurrence. So, I'll give Lil Durk some credit for even trying to see Game face to face and at least have a conversation or whatever the case was. Even though I didn't really see I didn't see Lil Durk saying anything. I see The Game look like he's lecturing to him. And you got to realize, we got to keep in mind, The Game is about 34 or 35 actually. Lil Durk is 20. It's a 35-year-old man talking to a 20-year-old. Like, at some point, they probably realized this is dumb as shit. And secondly, I don't even see how The Game could come away with a quote-unquote street win in this situation. I mean, you're in your home turf. Cool. The person who you've been dissing comes to your home turf after he basically told you you can't come to Chiraq, and you guys basically have a conversation. Now, the thing is, You're 35, he's 20, as I just said. What more could you really do? You're going to beat somebody up because you rapped about it? Now you got to live it? So he couldn't really win on a quote-unquote street sense. Now, I want to give everybody credit in the situation. There was no guns drawn. Nobody got slapped. Nobody got snuffed, contrary to what's being reported. And I got to say, of course, Negroes had to get on Instagram to announce that their beef was dead. So now the Game got on Instagram and said, yo, my big homie G-Weed put Lil Durk on the phone with me. Shit is dead. We chopped it up like real niggas. Both sides respect each other. I gotta know though, the Game has knocked out hella niggas in the club. Actually, if someone told me the Game was gonna meet Lil Durk in the club in 2014, I thought it would go a different way. We saw what happened to Ras Kass. We saw hella niggas got punched out in the club by the Game. Now, Lil Durk did confirm that the beef is over because he tweeted back at the Game and he said, and he tagged the nigga named G-Weed. He said, G-Weed, a real one, homie. Chiraq times LA. And there we have it. We're so glad that's over. I mean, finally, the streets are safe. The streets weren't safe when the Game was beefing Lil Durk. Now we can finally all sleep in peace because the Game has finally ended the beef with Lil Durk. But now, Tyga, the scared house cat, the nigga who's probably doing the Kermit meme right now. What is he doing? Is he flipping through the YMCMB goon Rolodex to see which thug he could get on payroll next? How is he going to deal with getting away from Lil Durk? Because I don't think Lil Durk is going to let Tyga slide. Tyga is a nigga who you beat up and you get points off even though you know he won't do anything. The Game, I think if the Game and Lil Durk come blow to blow, I think there will be some type of casualty on both sides. With Tyga, it looks like an ass whooping ready to happen. Looks like he's just waiting to get Young Berg. So you guys get in the comment box. What do you think about this whole thing? What do you guys think about them squashing their beef? Good, bad? Who do you think took a W? Because we know niggas count W's in the streets perspective on either side. And what do you think about the scared house cat Tyga? Nowhere to be found. He didn't go in any confrontation this weekend. So once again, it's your boy DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, definitely share. I'm out.